Today, we are not going to unbox, but we are going to rebox Santorini, the Pantheon Collector's Edition, and Santorini Riddle of the Sphinx. If you're a fan of the channel at all, you probably already know that I'm a big fan of Santorini. If you're not a fan of the channel and you're here for the first time, if you like what you watch here, let us know. Like and subscribe, do all those things. But that's not what you're here for. You're here to see us rebox these games. So let's get right to it. As you can see here, we have most of what's going to go back into this box, but there's a few things here off to the side, starting with the rule sheet. This rule sheet is, like I said, just one single sheet, and it's going to go down in the bottom of the box. Now, it's going to lay flat nicely down there, but it's also a rule sheet that you can learn pretty quickly, and after you play a few times, you're probably not going to have to reference that, so it can stay right there in the bottom of the box. The next piece is this. This is the ocean board. The ocean board, interestingly enough, is going to be something you may not use too often because you'll use this if you don't want to use the platform that rotates. But for now, we're going to put it right there on top of the rules. This also lays pretty flat. And the next piece that's going to go in is actually not part of the game. It is part of the storage solution, though. You put this right down there. And now it's time for that turntable. As you can see, there's a space there. I have the island board right here on the turntable. We're gonna set that aside for a second and take the wonderful turntable that rotates. If you don't play with this, I'm not sure what you're doing wrong, but I would recommend it highly. It's gonna go right down there into that tray. And you might think we're gonna put the island board right on top of that in this space where it goes. No, for the storage solution, you're going to take this beautiful, beautiful island board, which has raised edges for all the pieces you put on it, and you're going to flip it over to discover that it also serves as a really, really cool storage solution too, because you can see this cavity in the bottom is shaped for some of the next components. The first of those components is this box full of all the cards. This is going to have all of the god cards, including the base ones, plus all of the different expansions that are included, and a player shield for one of the gods. We're going to put that box right here, leaving this space right here. That is for these two bags. We've got a blue one and a purple one. In the blue one, you're going to put all of the miniatures that come included in this. It's going to tuck pretty nicely down into that cavity, and you can stick it in there nice and cozy. And then the purple bag can go right next to that. Again, down in there as well as you can fit it, but it all tucks in quite nicely and stays down below the top of the box. And finally, we get to the pieces that make Santorini, the building blocks. We've got two trays. The smaller of the two will go in right here. This includes the level 2 and level 3 blocks, and the bigger tray includes the level 1 blocks and the domes. Now, these are going to sit slightly raised on one side that are laying on top of the back of the island board, and the other ones are going to sort of lean down towards the outer edge of the box. That is on purpose, and it is part of the design of this storage solution. And with that, we've got everything back in the box for this beautiful game, except for one thing, the lid. I'm gonna put the lid on this and close a chapter of this reboxing. But up next, we're gonna show you how to rebox Riddle of the Sphinx. Now, if you thought that was easy, you haven't seen anything yet, because reboxing Santorini Riddle of the Sphinx is even easier. You see here, it's completely empty. We have all of the things right here in front of me to put back into the box, which we'll start doing right now, starting with these three spaces here. This top space is where you're gonna put all the cards. You've got the base gods, the friendly gods, the blessing cards, plus some player aids and another solo rules card. That's gonna go right here in this top spot. The next spot is gonna have this little tray right here. This tray is gonna hold all the tokens, all the miniatures, and the die from Riddle of the Sphinx. You can put it right here. The tray makes putting it away and taking it out and setting the game up very easy, but that's the next thing in this slot. Then there's a secret pack. This secret pack you shouldn't open until instructed to do so. I haven't started playing yet, so I haven't opened it. But until that time, it's gonna go right here in this bottom spot, covered by these three bridge pieces. Once you have all of those pieces in, you can simply close it up with that lid, and now it's time for the rest, and there's not much left. The first thing is gonna be the Book of Riddles. This is the book that actually holds all of the scenarios that you're going to be playing through. it's going to go right here, followed by the rule book and adventure book, and then finally this, the Sphinx board. The Sphinx board will fold up like this, and then you can place it right here so that it butts up right against this tray of 3, and then it's inside this little plastic lip here. Finally, close, close. You hear that little magnetic snap, which I love oh so much. And now we've reboxed Riddle of the Sphinx as well. So that is our reboxing for Santorini Riddle of the Sphinx and Santorini Pantheon Collector's Edition. If you have any questions at all, please make them in the comments below. Until next time, and if you're playing Santorini, we really, really hope you're having fun at the table.